welcome back to my channel. Oh, this is gonna be a problem. I have these sleeves on, you see? And it's gonna be getting caught on my vanity drawer, so that's cool. I'll just scoot over. I'm filming a get ready with me, if you don't already know that, and I'm kind of going for a glam, kind of blown out look. I have an event to go to tonight, so I have to get ready for that. Gonna be putting on lashes, gonna be doing a full lip. My hair is wet right now. I just got out of the shower, so that'll be done later. I won't bore you with that. I'm just doing my makeup. I'll just chit chat along the way and we'll go from there. So I already moisturized my face, which is the first step in my get ready with me. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom this time instead of my living room because that's where my vanity is set up. First thing I'm going to do is prime my face, and I think today I'm gonna do the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion Primer. It looks just like this. I really don't know. So I'm using this one because your girl's forehead is really breaking out. I've got horrible skin. I have under eye issues, I've got blemishes, I've got like 16 blemishes on my forehead right now, and yeah, so that's fun. They basically never go away. I'm always breaking out. I'm going to be using a primer to hopefully smooth that over, and I'm just going to do one little pump on my finger, just about that big. Just kind of rub it in, and then put it just all over the face. I kind of really like to do right under my eyes and around my nose, on my cheeks, because I have really large pores there. And this primer, I have noticed, really helps kind of blur those pores and fill in any holes, and that kind of went away, so I need a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same on my forehead, and I just really like to put this just all over the face, all over the face. The foundation I'm going to be using is my all-time favorite. It is the Marc Jacobs Remarkable Full Cover Foundation, and it's in the color 32 Beige Light. It looks just like this. If you know me at all, you know I love to wear makeup. I love a full coverage look. I get a lot of comments on, oh my gosh, you wear so much makeup, you don't need to. Well, you may not think I need to, but I'm still gonna wear it. I love makeup. It's not necessarily because I think I need it or something like that. It's just because I love doing it. I'm gonna put this all over my face, as you can see. I probably don't need this much, but I'm gonna do it. And I also, another thing I really like to stress is to put this on your neck. That is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when you see girls with a really nice, beautiful face of foundation, and then their neck is white and no foundation, and that's not cute. I'm going to get my makeup brush, my little foundation brush, and the next step is I'm going to kind of buff this all out, all around my face and neck, and I'm using the Morphe M439 brush. It looks just like this. It is really great for foundation. It's really firm, but it's also really soft on your skin, so it's not like scratchy. It blends out really nice. It doesn't soak up all the foundation, which is really great because this Marc Jacobs foundation is expensive and I don't want to be wasting it. So without further ado, I'll just start blending this out. I like to do circular motions around my face, really get it up in the hairline. Facial expressions, the better your makeup goes on, in case you were wondering. Okay, so that's pretty blended out right now. Next step is going to be putting on concealer, the best part of doing makeup. I am going to be going in with Tarte Shape Tape Contour Concealer, aka the best concealer. You need to stop what you're doing, go to Ulta, and buy this. As far as I know, Sephora does not sell this yet. Not really sure why, not my business. But you can buy this online at Ulta or in stores, and I'm sure on Tarte Cosmetics. This is in the shade Light. It comes in a variety of different shades. I also get all up in there. Just has a really nice wand. It's nice and fat, if you can see that. And I just do a few swipes underneath my eye. I blend it all the way out. I like to kind of go from the inner corner all the way out and just do a nice little triangle shape under my eye, like so. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. If you love somebody, better tell them why they're here, 'cause a little design down there. And then just a nice line all the way down my nose, like so. I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender and just kind of blend this all out. I'm just going to dab under my eyes just to blend it out, and it'll pick up any excess concealer as we go through. So you don't want to rub with a beauty blender because it is a sponge. You just want to dab it all along, and like I said in my first video, you want to get it damp, so just a few squeezes underneath the running water in your sink, just a few. You don't need to get it soaking wet, and then rinse it out or wring it out in a little towel. Just a few, you don't need a whole bunch. So I also want to address that I want to say thank you for everyone who watched my first video and left comments, texted me, replied to my Instagram story, tweeted at me, whatever the comments were. I really, really do appreciate all of those comments. It means a lot, and you know, it takes a lot of courage to put yourself out there and post your first video, especially when there's a lot of haters and negative people out there who are going to judge you. You can't really control what they're going to think. You just have to, you know, really thank the people who are out there supporting you and telling you to keep going and you're doing a good job and leaving positive comments and stuff. So I really appreciate all of those comments, and I read every single one, and it just really means a lot to me. And yeah, so enough of that. The next thing I'm going to be using is the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder Translucent. I love this stuff. I'm going to be setting my concealer under my eyes with the brush I also talked about in my December favorites video. In case you forgot, it's the Morphe E49 brush, like this. And I'm just going to make that really annoying sound to get some in the lid, because I don't need a whole bunch. And then I'm just going to get some quickly on there, tap off the excess, and then go underneath my eye, starting from the inside corner and just dabbing to press into my eye all along for a few times, just to set that concealer so there's no harsh lines or smearing of my concealer that I just worked so hard on. And I also like to kind of use this as a eyeshadow primer, since I put a little concealer up there. So now this powder will be setting my eyelids for some eyeshadow later on. Just all around the eye. There we go. They just may run away from you. You'll never know quite when. And there we go. Nice and set. Next, I'm going to do the brows. I might fast forward this section because I still don't love the way I do my eyebrows. If you can't already see, I've got basically no eyebrows, and that's fun. So I try to fill those in, kind of follow the natural arch of my brow. I just fill it in so I have some kind of color situation going on there. And it just depends on how long the time is left for you. I've had the highest mountains, I've had the deepest river. You can have it all, but now keep moving. I'll take it. Here they are. The brows are done. I'm gonna lock and set them with this nice clear brow gel, also by Anastasia. And I'm just gonna do, it looks just like this. A little swipe on both sides. It looks just like a little mascara brush, just like that. And then I just put it back in there. We're good to go. So that really just, it's kind of like hairspray for your brows, and it just locks them in there so no little hairs will kind of start doing this number, you know. The next thing I'm going to do is eyeshadow, the best part. I'm really going for extreme look today because I am getting some pics taken a little bit later on, so I want to do something really big and dramatic. I've decided I'm going to do a kind of brown and gold smoky eye with some shimmer on the inside. I'm going to start by going in with this TG Cosmetics brush. I'm not really sure where you can get these anymore. This is really old. I just really like how fluffy this one is. It's great for a beginning color to start out with, to kind of start that base color to break it up. I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D Shade Light eyeshadow palette. It's got a great little collection of colors here. I'm gonna start going in with this fun color you can obviously tell I use quite often. So I'm gonna go in with that one just on the crease to start blending out and add some color in there. So yeah. But don't look down, 'cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. One eye is done. All I've done is I've dabbed a little bit, tap it off, and then I do some swiping motions back and forth until I get the color I'm looking for. And this is really just to get a base so I can start applying a little darker colors, and the more you blend, the better it looks. It's gonna just take a hot second, but it's worth it. You don't want to just go in there and pop some color on your lid because it's gonna look crazy. I'm going to do the same thing to the other eye. Just waiting on this for a while now, paying my dues to the dirt. Okay, that is probably it for that color. Next, I'm going to go in with this nice long black brush. This is a Sigma Tapered Blending Brush E40. It's probably one of my first makeup brushes that I actually bought. It's one of my favorites. It's a staple. I think everyone needs it in their life. I'm using the Morphe Cosmetics 350M palette right here. I'm gonna first go in with this color right down here. I'm just gonna put that along the sides to start shaping my crease and get a little darker to the color that I'm looking for today. I've been waiting to smile it, been holding it in for a while, been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. I've got the darkness I've been wanting. Now I need to kind of create more of the shape I've been looking for. So I'm gonna now go in, and you know, other people do this different ways. This is how I've found it best, is I'm gonna take this Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush. I'm gonna take that same dark brown and kind of shape out a more of an angled look for me. So I just find the corner of my eye, and then I just go straight out from there, and that's about as far out as I want to go. And then I just start to shape my eye. It helps me. Some people use tape. That's really good too, especially to create that harsh line. You can just take it off and tape, but I don't have any tape right now. I use it all for Christmas presents, so I have to use my little definer brush here. And I'm just gonna kind of bring it all in my crease with that definer brush. I've tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy. Okay, so I have kind of made little points on the side. I'm gonna fill that in, and I just use that definer brush to give me a little bit of a perimeter to use to fill in for the rest of the colors. I'm gonna go in now with a little bit of a darker color using the Huda Beauty palette, textured eyeshadow palette, Rose Gold Edition. It looks like this. I got this for Christmas last year from my mom. She surprised me. Some great foiled shadows up at the top, and there's some really fun names in here. Like this one's called Trust Fund. I wish I had one of those. And this one's called Cocoa, and that's the one I'm gonna go in with. So I'm just gonna get some on the end of this Sigma blending brush, E25. This is probably one of my favorite brushes. I'm just gonna go in and fill that color in all along from where I just defined it. I really love Huda Beauty's eyeshadows. They're so pigmented. They're smooth. I feel like they just blend so well. You really don't need that much. Do the same thing with the other eye. I kept on falling short of something. Now that we've blended these out a little bit more, I'm about to go in with the best part, the shimmer. I'm gonna be using the, it's the MAC 242, and it's really rubbed off. It looks just like this, nice and flat. This is really great for any kind of shimmer or smaller color you're trying to do in a smaller area of your eye. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 350S, which I learned is not for sparkles, it's for shimmer, which is this palette I mentioned in my favorites video. I'm going to be using this kind of gold champagne-y color. You can see there, it's so pretty. It's one of my favorites. I'm just going to put that on the end of my brush, and it's going to go right on the inside of my lid. I'm just going to tap and blend that out. I don't want to do it all over my lid. I really just want it on the inside. On the other eye, I got a lot of stuff on there, people. I'm going to do the same thing. It really brightens this look up. That's a lot. Also, I feel like I can do something crazy like this because I have huge eyes. Some people, it might not work because you'll be like, oh, I look like a drag queen, which, you know, for people who are into that, you do you. But other people, it might be a little extra, so you just have to play with it and kind of see what works for your eye shape and size. So I'm going to add a little bit more on this eye to match. And now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. I'm using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper Black. I'm going to go in and just line on the top and do a nice little wing, nothing crazy here. I could have gave up then, but then again I couldn't have. I really like this eyeliner. It stays on great. I mean, it's Kat Von D and it's called Tattoo Liner, so it goes on and it really doesn't come off unless you are rubbing it or taking it off with makeup remover. I've traveled all this way for something. Okay. Now it's time for some lashes. Fun fact about lashes, same ones I mentioned in my favorites video, the Ardell 110s. You can reuse your eyelashes. So once you've worn them once, don't just go ahead and throw them away. Take them off, store them nicely, and you are able to reuse them. Before I put them on, I almost missed a very important step. I'm going to go in and just kind of put a little bit of mascara on because I do have really light colored natural lashes. And you won't be able to see them if I don't. So I'm just going to do a quick light coat with the, I think this is the Rimmel Lash Accelerator. And number 3, I think it's like the blackest color they have. I really like a dark black eyelash. So I'm just quickly going over nothing. I'm not doing a lot. Here we go. And then I will go ahead and start doing this. So I'm going to get my Duo with vitamins. I thought that was hilarious. Like, what kind of vitamins are in this? Just put it all along the edge. And then once it dries clear, which I like because if you get it anywhere, it's not going to like leave a clunky mess on your eyelid or anywhere else. So I let this dry just so it can get tacky enough to stick, but not dry enough that I have to redo this whole situation. I take it in, but don't look down. There are certain eyes for certain lashes. When they come like this is supposed to be like the eye that it goes to. So don't look at it and think, this is the eye. It's that way. Because they'll have like a smaller end, which is towards the inner side of your eye, and they get bigger and fan out, and you want that towards the end to give you a nice flare. I've got my lashes on, and I'm going to wait for just a second, and then I'm going to put some mascara to now kind of put them together. So my favorite mascara when I'm not wearing lashes and when I put on lashes is the L'Oreal Waterproof Voluminous Carbon Black. looks like this. It is so black and so great. It really brings out the lashes and extends them, gives them volume. It doesn't clunk them together. I don't like when people put mascara so much that it looks really spidery and like thick. You want them to look very natural. You have like multiple lashes, not just like 4 big ones that are really thick. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this TG brush, which is called the angled brush, and it looks like this. I'm going to now do what I did on the top and also apply it to my bottom lid. Not anything crazy, just a little something to kind of match it out, since I did do such a dramatic look on top. You don't want to just leave it blank underneath. So I'm going to go in with first initial shade that I did and just kind of add that to my bottom lash line underneath like this. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to use a little mini dome brush. This is the pencil brush. I call it little dome because it's like a little nub, just a little nub. The pencil brush E30. I'm just gonna blend underneath out, so it's not super harsh and it looks nice and smooth. That flat brush, the MAC one that I used earlier, and with that same gold color, and now put it down here on the inside. So I just kind of put it right on the tip, not necessarily on the flat side. And then I'm just going to put it right there on the inside of my eye, right by my waterline. Can you see that? And then I'm going to use that mascara and put some on my lower lashes because they need some help. A little tip, if you do get mascara on your eye, like if you're doing this and you stab your nose or something, you don't just immediately wipe it off because it's going to smear everywhere. It's going to be a big hot mess and you're going to hate your life. Wait till it dries and then just get your little tweezers or your fingernail and it'll just scrape right off. It's great. And I'm going to move on to the rest of my face. I'm going to do some contouring. Yes, some contouring. I am using the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, the contour kit. It looks not like this, but yeah, I broke it. So this is what it looks like right now. It usually comes in a nice little thing. This is also the Kat Von D Shade Light brush. You don't have to buy it. It doesn't come with it. It is separate and it's pretty expensive, but you know, I wanted to get it. So I'm using this color. I'm just gonna contour my cheekbones and then my forehead. I'm on top of the world, hey. I'm on top of the world, hey. Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I'm going to do my blush. I'm going to be using the Morphe 9N palette I mentioned in my favorites video as well. I'm going to go in with those 2 colors that I mentioned before. I'm going to combine them and just put them right on the apples of my cheeks. Just a little dab dab. I'm using the Sigma powdered blush brush and F10. Just going to combine them. Looks like that. A little tap tap. And I like to purse lip to get the true apples of my cheeks. I've been waiting to smile the whole day for a while. For the best part, the highlight. Going in with my favorite palette my best friend got for me, the Jaclyn Hill Beckett Cosmetics. I don't know if it's the limited edition. It's the Champagne Collection face palette and it's just wonderful. It looks like this. Oh, you can just see everything. Looks like that. I'm going in with the tried and true best color, Champagne Pop. I'm gonna put it right there, guys. I'm using this fun little brush right here. It is a Morphe M501 brush. And I'm just gonna dabble it in there, do a little tap tap and then put it right on the top of my cheekbone and just kind of put it everywhere. You just go crazy with it. get crazy. There we go. And then I do a little bit on the tip of my nose. And then on my Cupid's bow. There we go. And then some people do it like right up here by the eyebrow. I don't necessarily do that, but you can if you want. I'm gonna bronze my neck first because I'm not liking the two different colors here. I'm gonna use the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Medium Deep Matte Bronzer. Looks just like this. I've used it quite a lot. It smells, no lie, like wonderful chocolate heaviness, and you should go get some. And then I just kind of blend out my neck so it all is one color, and it just smells really great. Okay, the last step from this makeup tutorial, get ready with me, is the lipstick. I'm going in with the Sephora Rogue blah, 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 Cream Lip Satin in the color 41. It looks just like this. They're really smooth. They go on great. They don't really crack. I do have to reapply it a little bit because sometimes when I eat it does come off right in the inner side of my lips. But overall it's a really great liquid lip. This is my look I'm going for today. I'm going to do my hair because it looks a hot mess, and then I'll show you afterwards. And there you go, all done. So I'm gonna get dressed and I'm gonna have some lunch, and then I'm gonna go get ready for this event. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Ada, what are you doing? No.